What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of Sharp Shorts. Let's get right to it. Admittedly, I'm a little bit late on this story because of the Carmelo Anthony trial, but, hey, better late than never, right? All right, so we are smack dab in the middle of prom and graduation season, and wouldn't you know it, American black culture is rearing its ugly head once again for all the world to see. These people are showing their arses both figuratively and literally. We got YNs getting into brawls and fights at graduations. We got black girls twerking on stage in their caps and gowns. We got YNs flashing cash on prom night. I mean, anything and everything you can imagine the so-called black community doing, multiply it by about 25 and you might get halfway there. We're going to get to Deon Wiley III in just a minute, but let's take a look at the shenanigans going on at high school graduations. Let's take a look at this first one. In a lot of these videos, I had to delete the sound here because a lot of these have hip hop in the background and I want to stay within YouTube's copyright laws. But look at this. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I guess she's probably got to work in a strip club now because they took away her. Oh, here's another one. We got a future stripper here. I know the first girl's going to work at the club. You already know that. Looks like she's already got the moves. To be honest with you. Look at this. What are we doing? Like, what? Like, I don't understand. What is all that? I don't understand. I just don't understand. Oh, she stuck the landing. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, she stuck the landing. Hey, I'll give her that. At least she stuck the landing. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This is crazy. What is this? A group twerk? Probably about, I don't know, probably about 50 or 60 pounds of fake hair in this video. Holy God. Look at this. What? Like, I don't somebody please explain to me what I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. You would think that these people had accomplished something big, right? Like ending world hunger, curing cancer, I don't know, maybe getting a double doctorate. And the sad thing is that the reason they celebrate like this when they graduate is because it is the first and last time they will ever walk the stage in a cap and gown. I didn't stutter. I didn't say it's likely the first and last. I didn't say it's more than, no, This is the first and last time they will ever walk the stage in a cap and gown. Well, how do you know, Donovan? Easy. People who go on to post-secondary education and actually get degrees that matter never act like this during their high school graduation. Ever. So when you see one of these people acting a fool on graduation, just understand that they're never going to accomplish anything of significance in their lives. You know, another sad element of this is what most people consider to be a stepping stone. The so-called black community considers high school graduation as the pinnacle of educational accomplishment. That's why they act like this. And when these people think they've done something, they act a fool under the guise of showing up and showing out or being unapologetically black. Let's go to Exhibit B. Exhibit B, which are graduation fights. Yes, actual, literal fights breaking out at graduations. Let's take a look. This is crazy. Look at this. You hear the girl in the background? Insane. Look, she's getting a kick out of this. At a graduation. Shania fight. We got a chick named Shania. Yeah, anytime you got a chick named Shania at a graduation, something about to pop off. And then she's encouraging her to fight. Look at this. What is this? Like, what are we fighting about? Like, are we fighting about, like, seating? Like,
you're not in Texas? Just because they want to do some pepper spray.
I don't understand why they're... Somebody help me out. What are these fights about? Why are they fighting at graduation? This is crazy. Ooh! Damn. Oh, they got the tasers. Oh boy, yeah, they're about to get, they're about to get shook up. That's the only way they can break up that fight. That's crazy, man. There's another one. Why are we fight? Like, I don't understand what these fights are about. Oh, look at this. We already got their mugshots at the bottom of the video. Is this a man or a woman? Wait, hold on. It looks like an actual ninja. It looks like an actual ninja is fighting. Look at this. Look at this dude. It looks like he's an actual, like, Shaolin ninja type dude. Look at this. How about that? An actual ninja. Oh, at a high school graduation. Finally, somebody actually calls out the nonsense. I have positively zero clue what could possibly have been said or done at a graduation ceremony that could cause an actual fight. It's as though these people show up to these gatherings just looking for a reason to get into it with somebody. Now we're going to go to Exhibit C, and we're going to get to Deon Wiley in short order, I promise. But Exhibit C, which are these ridiculous prom send-offs. I think the so-called black community has labeled them red carpet send-offs. And they are every bit as over the top and as ridiculous as you can imagine. Let's take a look. Again, there's always hip hop. There's always hip hop playing in the background, so I gotta mute the music. What's the purpose of all of this? Look at this. This isn't. Oh my God! Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Like he's a king. Like he's a king. I mean, I like the suit. I like the fit. I'm not going to lie about that. But, dude, like, this is all over the top. Oh, my God. Oh, what in the name of Wakanda is going on here? What is this? What is this? Oh, here we go. Oh, look at the stack. Oh, my. Where do these kids get this money? Look, the freaking Bentley, a Lamborghini Urus or whatever the hell that's called. I don't know what the hell that is. What's that, a see-through bus? These people legit have armed security. Oh, Humpty Dumpty. Where are they getting all this money? Yeah, dude, like these kids are driving better cars than me and I'm rich. I don't have a Lambo. This chick's sitting in a Lambo. I don't have a Lambo. That's probably, I guarantee you, whoever that was on the back of that suit was one of his dead homies. Trust. Look at this. Unbelievable. And they glorify this nonsense. Insane. Insane. As you guys just saw, it appears that one of the requirements for the dopest, I mean, are kids saying that anymore? One of the requirements appears to be flashing cash. If you want the dopest send-off, you have to flash cash. Which, unfortunately, leads us to Deon Wiley III. Let's take a look. And I didn't have to click the sound on this.
The Deon got that shit on him. Let me up. Oh, okay.
He's a child. Look at this kid. Is that his mom in the background? Now, one might think, okay, all right, this is just harmless fun, right? It's just a kid flashing, a stack of thousands of dollars in $20 bills. Just harmless fun. What could possibly go wrong? Here is your answer.
With coverage you can count on, this is WNEN TV5 News.
My son had a bright spirit. He lit the room up.
His graduation.
Hang on, I gotta rewind this. Okay, this is his mother. This is Deon Wiley III's mother. Look, we've got a nose ring, and we've got a labrae.
He lit the room up.
His graduation would have been tomorrow. Instead, loved ones and friends of Deon Wiley III released balloons in his honor. Isn't that bad for the ozone? Tonight. The Saginaw United High School senior was shot and killed just a few days ago on prom night. His killer remains at large. TV5's Elise Ramey was at tonight's vigil, where his memory remains fresh and painful.
Underneath the banner that bears his name, word say, weeping may endure for a night.
Saginaw united in prayer on Monday night for Deon Wiley III.
Thank you now for the life of Deon.
His life cut short when
Who
he was
is
shot
this
early Friday morning
pastor?
In the parking lot of the Quick Stop Party Store at Washington and Weber on prom night.
Deon was a good boy. He was a bright boy. He never was in
Sure
trouble.
he was.
Police believe the shooting happened during a parking lot party, an informal hangout.
He was a loving boy. This picture they painted of my son, it was never anything about no money.
Oh my God. Do you see what I see? This woman's name is Precious. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm surprised anymore.
He was just,
I don't even know why I'm
wanted to
shocked
enjoy
anymore.
himself, and that's what I work hard for.
His mother, Precious Sherman, heartbroken, joined by Deon's sisters, grandmother, cousins, aunts, and godparents, finding strength to speak on his behalf.
It's a
Why
damn
couldn't
shame.
he be at the gas station or at a store before he went off for prom and enjoy himself? It's just unbelievable that these people can keep walking around here.
Unbelievable.
And taking these babies, and they took mine for no reason.
Yes, they took the bait, which is what you gave your kid.
Black and white balloons in remembrance of his 17 years of life.
Very loving family, very caring family, and we just wanted to let them know that
Oh, this must be this must be the minister. This must be the pastor, the activist, community leader.
We are here.
There's always one
to let our city know we got to do better.
Hugs,
of course you do. Y'all been talking that same noise for the last 30 years.
Was a homebody who enjoyed playing video games, basketball, and babysitting for his young nephew.
Why is it so silent? And it has to be all of these words and opinions from other people instead of the justice. Justice for my son.
Police said one other person was injured in the shooting but survived. There have been no arrests made so far.
It makes me sad, but I'm happy that he left a legacy that everybody is able to
A legacy? A legacy.
Mourn and be here to support my son. But this isn't a happy moment for me, like it's a party.
That's a neck tattoo, too. Insane.
I lost my
Precious with the
baby.
neck tattoo. Precious with the neck tattoo wonders why her baby got lit up.
She'll accept something he worked so hard to achieve. Deon's mother will receive his diploma from Saginaw United High School.
Of course she will. Of course she will.
Tuesday. Reporting in Saginaw,
make it all about
Rainey,
mom.
WNEM TV5 News.
Ay. So a few things stick out to me about this particular situation. And number one is always at the forefront of these particular tragedies. Where is Deon Wiley II? Where's Deon Wiley Jr.? Where is his father in all this? Oh, yeah, we already know. Nowhere to be found, nowhere to be seen or heard from. Maybe he's dead, maybe he's in prison, maybe he's homeless, maybe he's in Atlanta. Who the hell knows? But what we do know is that he is not there, which is exactly why this behavior was allowed to carry on in the first place. And listen, I'm not trying to be insensitive here, because a mother having to bury her child, that's the kind of pain that I can't even begin to process, okay? I know she's hurting. I know she is. And I know that she is never going to live this down. And for those reasons, I do feel bad for her. But on the other side of that coin, it would be irresponsible not to point out her responsibility in the situation. She's the one who either directly or indirectly taught her son this behavior. I can't imagine who else this kid or these children could have gotten all of that cash from. But mom clearly knew about it, which means she likely had something to do with him getting that money, which means she was okay with it. I think that might have been her voice in the background of the original video. And as you just saw and heard her say, she had no issue with the fact that he was flashing stacks at the prom. The second thing that stood out to me was, what the hell was he doing in the parking lot of a liquor store after prom in the first place? My guy, you are in Saginaw, Michigan, which is basically Detroit light, right? Along with, I don't know, maybe Grand Rapids, Flint. You're surrounded by YNs. You're live streaming yourself in a parking lot of a liquor store with thousands of dollars in your hand. What the hell did you think was going to happen? Guys, this is why we can't have nice things when these people are around. They ruin everything, they film it, they use it as a flex, and then they cry about the consequences. Then they call people like me and Uncle Tom a bootlicker, a sellout, when we call out their BS. Anything these people have anything to do with, you can count on chaos, violence, and a lot of times death. It does not matter what it is. It does not matter where it is. These people bring noise, disorder, and wreak havoc on anything and everything around. And this is why people can't go anywhere or do anything when they're around. You can't go to the park when they're there. You can't go to the movies. You can't go to the mall. You damn sure can't be at the wrong restaurant or on the wrong street if they decide to do one of these teen takeovers. And now you can't even go to high school graduation or even prom without something popping off. Hell, the mass shooting in Brownsville, Tennessee was before the prom. Let's take a look. Insane.
Extensively since the tragic news first broke, and now the young man accused of shooting a girl who was simply trying to send her friends off to prom is in custody nearly a month later.
His name, Dequarius Lax.
Dequarius. Yo.
Turned himself in finally, facing nearly 24 charges in the shooting, which killed 17-year-old Satura Hayes and hurt several other people. Action News 5's Imani Williams has been on this story from the beginning. She shares the very latest in this developing and heartbreaking story.
Look, he looks like the typical YN. Same haircut, same dress, same look on his face.
We're ready to bring Mr. Dequarius Deku Lax into custody this morning without incident.
18-year-old Dequarius Lax was with family as he turned himself in, according to Brownsville Mayor Bill Rawls. Lax faces 22 charges, including first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and aggravated assault after a mass shooting on May 8th. Satura Hayes was killed. 6 others, including Jacqueline Summers, were injured in the shooting during a pre-prom gathering.
The impact on this community can never be erased. But we start today in the healing process by doing step 1, bringing them into custody, and then
somebody find out if this mayor is a Democrat or whoever this guy is. Something tells me this might be a blue city.
There will be a long process of prosecution, investigation, as we continue to go through this active investigation.
Can't even talk right.
The search for Lax went on for 3 weeks as friends and family of the victims called for justice.
It don't matter how long it's gonna take. She gonna get justice.
Today.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
The victims called for justice.
It don't matter how long.
Yo, I don't.
It's gonna take. She gonna get justice.
Today, a spokesperson for the victims shared this statement, saying in part, quote, "Although it won't change what happened, these families can now find some peace in knowing he is off the street. They can now start their healing journey," end quote. This park, Webb Banks Park, is where the pre-prom gathering and the mass shooting took place. Now, this is a common spot for seniors and their families to gather ahead of prom to take photos. The mayor said that it may be added security in the future.
We'll get together.
Can you imagine having to have security around when taking prom pictures?
We'll debrief from this situation and then look at bringing all the security measures we can so we continue to have these events. This was an unsanctioned school event, but it's a community event.
Reporting in Brownsville, Imani Williams, Action News 5.
Gentlemen, when are we going to admit that the Black community cannot be saved? And I'm not talking about those that go to work every day. I'm not talking about those that take care of their families. I'm not talking about the Black families that raise well-adjusted children with 2 parents in the household. I'm not talking about those Black people. I'm talking about the other ones, the YNs. They're apologists. And the ones who have given us such a bad name over the last half century that we can't even go to simple outings without people being afraid that something might pop off. And they're right. Because a lot of Black people like myself, we don't want to be around that group of people either. This is why I live in a gated community, far, far away from that stuff. Do you guys know that today you could get snuffed out? You could lose your life for simply looking at someone the wrong way. Did y'all know that? Someone with my skin tone can have his or her life snuffed out by someone else with my skin tone for looking at them the wrong way. In what other culture is this even a thing? I don't know if you guys know this, but there are Black children being hunted by other Black children, and no one in the so-called Black community says anything about it. And like I said before, you can call me all the names. You can call me Uncle Tom, Coon, sellout, blah, 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 blah. Heard it all before. Nah, Y'all are the sellouts. Because at this point in time, your silence is selling out your own people because you are consenting to the murder and the degradation of your own community. The good news is people are waking up. People are getting, listen, you've got guys like Ask a Brother podcast talking about this stuff, Black Conservative Perspective, Tinashe Peters, Clay Edwards, Amir Odom, Chad O. Jackson, more prominently Jason Whitlock. Those guys are waking Black people up and making them aware that this culture is a scourge on modern society. I say all the time that there are a lot of people in this community who are red-pilled on women, but are not red-pilled on race. Guys, this blind racial idolatry is one of many factors that are crippling the Black community. When are we going to start accepting the fact that the matriarchy that is the so-called Black community is creating a group of monsters that are literally terrorizing the United States of America? When are we going to accept that the monsters that these women are creating are exactly the ones that took the life of Deon Wiley III? As far as I'm concerned, in this Deon case, okay, there's blame all around here. I blame Deon's mother, Precious. I'm sorry, I blame her. Sorry, Precious, I blame you. I blame his absentee father. I blame the kids that took him out with their pew-pews. I blame their parents. And I blame the entire community that has made this behavior a part of their identity. Deon did not have to go out like this. The kid wasn't even old enough to vote. And his life is over because of what the most disgusting culture in the history of the world has created. And that is the normalization of the cannibalization of the so-called Black community under the guise of white supremacy. Thanks for watching.